This is a very important message for middle school English language arts teachers within the Cumberland County School system. Hi, I'm Artis, a 6th grade ELA teacher at Southview Middle School. I'm working on a very important project with the Governor's Teacher Network entitled Operation Inquiry. Operation Inquiry is what I call Shark Tank meets the graduation project for middle school students. It's a project that is designed to prepare students for future success with the graduation project or any projects that are similar to that. So in this project, students will have to create a product, an original product. They will have to write an argumentative piece about their product, and then they will have to present in front of a panel. I implemented this program last year with my 6th graders, and I had major success, and you can visit my blog if you want more information about that. And so now I'm working to implement this project in middle schools across Cumberland County. So this is not a required project, but it is one that teachers can opt into if they choose to. What I would like to do is host professional development sessions for teachers so that teachers can be guided through the entire process so that you don't feel overwhelmed and you don't feel alone. Okay, the professional development sessions will be in a classroom style so that we can meet face to face, that we can ask each other questions, we can share information, we can share data, and etc. Our target audience is 6th through 8th grade English language arts teachers. So any teacher who teaches ELA who would like to participate is invited to participate. You can participate. You can opt in. All you have to do is sign up when the course is added to our PD website, the professional development website for Cumberland County Schools. So here's the course description. Operation Inquiry is a student-selected investigation of a topic, culminating in a research paper, a product, and a presentation. Operation Inquiry is particularly necessary because the project transitions middle school students away from regurgitation learning toward a more argumentative, project-based learning approach. So this is project-based learning. This project integrates research skills, content knowledge, critical thinking, writing, speaking, listening, and evaluation. Participants will receive the essential skills to successfully prepare their students for Operation Inquiry. Lastly, teachers will compile crucial data for North Carolina's Governor's Teacher Network. And so what you would have to do for those who participate, there'll be numerous surveys. We may do some on-camera interviews. There'll be a lot of qualitative data that I will collect, and I will just give you the pieces, and you just have your students to fill it out, or you would fill it out, so that we can be in compliance with what we want to do with the Governor's Teacher Network. We will offer CEUs. We're still determining how many CEUs we will receive because the project is massive and we want to make sure that it's fair. But we think this will be something that will help our students. So for those of you who decide to participate, let me give you an overview of the professional development sessions. In September, what you would do is you would attend a session that will be about 2 hours, and it will be an overview of the product requirement. So one of the main components of this project is getting your students to create original products. So the session is entitled Promoting a Culture of Creativity as Students Develop Product Ideas for Operation Inquiry. So I will tell you all about my process and what I did to help my students create their original products, and what kind of conversations I had, and what kind of materials that I share with the students, and articles and videos and etc. So that will be the first session. So in September, we will talk only about the product, getting your students in that mindset of creativity. In October, we'll do an overview of the paper requirement. Another major component of this project is the paper. Okay, so the session is entitled Persuading Students to Establish Adequate Arguments as they Craft Their Operation Inquiry Papers. So students will have to write argumentative papers, and I'll talk about the entire process as well as using the standards themselves as your rubric, as your guiding and assessing those argumentative pieces. And that also be a 2-hour session. So we have a 2-hour session on the product, and now a 2-hour session 1 month later on the paper. So we're just easing our way into the process. You haven't done anything with your students yet. We're just simply going through the process. In November, we would have an overview of the presentation requirement, and the title of the session is Increasing Student Use of 21st Century Technology Tools During Operation Inquiry Presentations. And so this will be a 2-hour session. And I'll talk about all of the technology tools that my students use when they implement an Operation Inquiry and that your students could also use. So this will allow us to really explore some different types of technology that are great for presentations. In December, I would invite you to my classroom and you would serve as judges or observers as my students share their new products. My new 6th graders, my new students who I'll have in a couple weeks, they will present in December. And you all who are participants will be able to come, serve as judges, serve as observers so that you can see their project up close before you implement it with your students. You will have about 3 months to implement the project. From January to March, you will implement the project in your classroom, getting your students to create their products, getting your students to write the argumentative pieces, as well as getting them to present and finding your own judges, etc. On March the 31st, all schools that are participating will send 6 finalists. Now this may look differently in different schools. For example, if I was the only teacher who participated at Southie Middle School, all 6 finalists will come from my classroom. However, if all of the 6 academic teams in my school participated, the 2 6th grade teams, the 2 7th grade teams, the 2 8th grade teams, if they all participated, then I would get 1 child from this team, 1 child from that team, 1 child for this 7th grade team, 1 child from that 7th grade team, 1 child from this 8th grade team, 1 child from that 8th grade team. So it's going to look different in different schools. One school may have 3 teachers participating, each of them send 2 finalists. Or a school may have 2 participating and both send 3. So the magic number for each school is 6. You have an allotment of 6. And so you all be able to work it out within your school. How are you going to determine which 6 will go to the next level and advance to the next level? Okay, the next level is very exciting, and it's going to take place in April. So you've gone to the session in September about the product. You went to the session in October about the paper. You attended the session in November about the presentation. You came to my classroom in December and you were one of the judges or you're an observer. And then you implement the project in your classroom from January to March. Now in April, all of the finalists from your school, the finalists from your school, the finalists from your school, all of the finalists will go to one of our high schools and they will participate in a trunk show. Each child will be able to display their product at a table, and we'll have community members to come through. All community members will receive 10 tickets, and the people will end up placing 1 ticket in each of the 10 projects that they believe are the great projects. And students will be able to invite whoever they would like to come, their grandma, their aunts or uncles, people from their church, people from their neighborhood. When the individuals and the visitors come into the building, they'll receive 10 tickets, and then they will go around and they will place the tickets in the boxes for the students who they believe have the best product. And the students who have the best product at the end of the night in terms of the most tickets, that student will be determined the winner, and we will name them and announce them at an indoor picnic that we're going to have a week or so after the trunk show. So the project has a lot of different moving pieces. You know, I've talked about it in this video, but if I'm rambling, because that happens sometimes, if I'm talking a little bit too fast, then you can just read the description that's also on this web post, or you can just visit my blog and you can see it, that says Operation Inquiry Professional Development Course Overview. And so I'm really, really excited about it. I'm hoping that we will have a large amount of CCS middle school ELA teachers to participate, at least 1 from each school. Because what I would like to do for my project for the Governance Teacher Network is see how this project works in the various schools with different personalities, different demographics, different approaches. The requirements are the same, but we have different approaches. And so I would love to see how the project works. I hope that you would join me on the project. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, visit my blog, or just contact me if you see me in person. I'll see you all soon, and I hope that you will participate in Operation Inquiry.